Leah said to her, "Wasn't it enough that you took away my husband, that you try to take my son's mandrakes too?" And so Rachel says, "Well, very well." So she's basically saying, I'm the one that's got the fertility issue. Let me get, your son brought you mandrakes. Give me the mandrakes. And she's like, "Why should I give you the mandrakes? You stole my husband, and now you're going to take my fertility mandrakes too." And so Rachel says, "Very well, he can sleep with you tonight in return for your son's mandrakes." In other words, if you'll give me that fertility drug, you can have sex with him tonight. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, talk about a steamy novel. Okay, I mean, I don't mean that in an irreverent way, but you know how people talk about how boring the Bible is? And yet they'll go and read all the steamy novels. And it's like, this has got plenty of interesting storyline going on here. Okay, so when Jacob came out of the fields, Leah went to meet him and said, "You must sleep with me. I have hired you with my son's mandrakes." So he slept with her that night. I'm sorry, this is funny to me. I don't know why. So she's saying, you got to sleep with me tonight because I bought you. I got your son's mandrakes and gave them to your other wife, so I get you for the night. So if you're feeling bad about the way women are treated, she's now treating the man that way. God listened to Leah, and she became pregnant and bore Jacob a fifth son. God listened to who? Leah. This is getting really interesting how this is going down. And she says, "God's rewarded me for giving my servant to my husband," and she named him Issachar. These are tribe names, okay? Leah conceived again and bore Jacob a sixth son. This time, she said, "My husband will treat me with honor because I bore him 6 sons," and she named him Zebulun. Sometime later, she gave birth to a daughter named Dinah. That's all going to get interesting too. Then God remembered Rachel, and he enabled her to conceive after all this. And she said, "God has taken away my disgrace." And she named him Joseph. "May the Lord add me another son." The fact that she says God's taken away my disgrace, I'm childless. The children I talk about are my husband's children, so they're technically my stepchildren. There is a disgrace in the back of my mind of what did I do wrong that I couldn't have children, that God did not bless me with children. It's not just an old tradition from biblical times or some sort of, it's a feeling in a woman that a lot of her purpose comes to that. I have very few friends. I think I've had 2 friends ever that said they did not feel that they did not need to have a child to feel any sense of purpose. And I still know that God has used me in my stepchildren's lives greatly. I know that. Even if they wouldn't say it, but they do say it. But there's still a little piece of me that's like, when I enter heaven, I'll be like, "And why didn't I get kids? Was it my fault? Was it just part of your plan?" I mean, it's not like I'm Mother Mary or the lineage of Jesus or anything. It's like, you actually are. You're a daughter of the King. So don't ever write off your importance to God, no matter whether you're a mother or not, whether you are a wife or not, whether you are a widow or not, whether you are sick or financially destitute. You are very important to God because of who you are, whose you are, whom's you are. And it's because of Jesus Christ. It's because you have been made a child of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Okay, let's keep reading. So now we're to verse 25 in chapter 30. And it says, "After Rachel gave birth to Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, 'Send me on my way so I can go back to my homeland. Give me my wives and children. And you know all the work that I've done for you.' But Laban said, 'If I've found favor in your eyes, please stay, because I've learned by divination from the Lord has blessed me.' No, I'm sorry. I have learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. Name your wages and I'll pay it." That divination does not say that it was actually God's divine revelation, but could have been from magic or a sorcerer. It doesn't actually say. I don't know that it's a good thing. But anyway, he figures out that, I'm blessed because of you, so name your wages and I'll pay him just to leave. And Jacob says, I've worked for you, and how your livestock has fared under my care, and the little you have